When you are the boss of the biggest wrestling promotion on the planet, you would certainly have people with whom you don't exactly share a bond. When you are as egoistic as Vince McMahon, the chances of that happening are manifold. Vince has had a beef with numerous wrestlers and non-wrestling staff over the years, and it is safe to say that if you are not on Vince's good side, you would soon be on the roadside. Vince has been open to the idea of working with such guys again if it is good for business, though, as was the case with Bret Hart, Stone Cold and Hulk Hogan. But when you are wrestling for Vince's company and you are in the boss bad books, it is not the ideal situation for a superstar's career. This list takes a look at the top 8 superstars, in no particular order, who suffered because of Vince McMahon's dislike towards them.
Number 8 Nails.
Well, when a 300-pound man tries to choke you out, it is not unfathomable to despise him. That is exactly what Vince McMahon felt about Kevin "Nails" Wackles. Nails had debuted in the WWE in the early 90s and had received a solid push, getting into feuds with The Undertaker and the Big Bossman. However, he received just $9,000 for his match against Virgil at the '92 SummerSlam PPV, and Nails decided to confront Vince McMahon about the same. Vince decided not to give him any extra money and Nails just lost it. He shouted vitriolically at Vince for nearly 15 minutes and punched McMahon, sending the owner of the WWE knocking over a chair in his own office. He proceeded to choke McMahon before other wrestlers separated them. Nails was understandably fired immediately, and McMahon has ensured that he has never received a break in any wrestling promotion since the incident, in addition to a number of lawsuits filed.
Number 7 Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett is a man that Vince McMahon hates so much that he actually fired him on air after WWE acquired WCW in 2002. McMahon and Jarrett have had their differences for years, with Jarrett firm in his opinion that McMahon never utilized him properly during his WWF run in the 1990s. A lack of attention from McMahon's side led to him allowing Jarrett's contract to expire in 1999 while he was still Intercontinental Champion. Jarrett was leaving for WCW, but Vince forgot to take the Intercontinental title off Jarrett before his departure date. The chairman asked Jarrett to extend his contract for a match and lose the title to Chyna, but Jarrett was firmly against the idea of dropping the title to a woman. Furthermore, Jarrett knew that he had McMahon over the barrel and eventually told him that he would do the job to Chyna, but would require an outrageous $300,000 for it. Desperate to avoid a Medusa situation where the former WWE Women's Champion jumped ship to WCW with the women's title and proceeded to dump it in a trash can on WCW TV, Vince agreed. However, Vince never forgave Jarrett, leading to his public firing after picking up WCW wrestler contracts after the company's liquidation. Jarrett promptly went on to create TNA Wrestling, hoping that one day it would become a challenger to the WWE.
Number 6 Rob Van Dam.
Christmas time was approaching and RVD was looking forward to spending some quality time with his family. But Vince McMahon wanted Van Dam to go over to the Middle East to attend the Tribute to the Troops show. Van Dam vehemently opposed the move, making it clear that he would be willing to quit the company if he was forced to do the same. McMahon and his right-hand man John Laurinaitis had no option but to let RVD have his way. However, Van Dam never received a push quite like his 2006 WWE and DCW title win ever again. Van Dam would eventually choose not to extend his WWE contract once it expired in 2007. He would have a hard time getting back to the WWE and would never be booked to be in the main event again.
Number 5 CM Punk.
It always felt like CM Punk's departure from the WWE was an accident waiting to happen. Punk was about to quit the WWE in 2011 before delivering the infamous pipe bomb which literally forced McMahon to re-sign him at any cost. Punk enjoyed a record-breaking run with the WWE title, but was still frustrated that he was not getting his well-deserved main event spot at WrestleMania. Punk was occasionally a pain in the ear to work with, according to friends and foes alike, and his disapproval of the product was intensifying. Punk lost it after learning that Batista, on a short-time return to the WWE, was booked to main event WrestleMania in 2014, and he proceeded to walk out of the company. A seething Vince McMahon proceeded to send Punk his termination notice on the day of his wedding to fellow WWE employee Edge Lee. McMahon did apologize to Punk about the incident and said that he would welcome Punk back to the company, but it seems unlikely that Punk will ever want to return to the WWE.
Number 4 China.
It isn't certain that Vince actually hated China, but he did make sure that China's personal as well as professional life took a tumble. When it came out that Triple H was dating Stephanie behind his then-girlfriend China's back, the ninth wonder of the world confronted Vince about it. Vince just had the cat out of the bag expression on his face and told China to take the night off. According to China, she received her termination papers at her home soon enough. China's wrestling career never hit the same heights again, and she has time and again expressed her displeasure at McMahon, once urging him to fight her in a tweet.
Number 3 The Legion of Doom.
The Legion of Doom were at a time the most feared tag team in the business. However, they were also extremely vocal about the show in the locker room, and Vince McMahon didn't really appreciate the duo airing the dirty laundry in public. Hawk would go on to say the following about McMahon: "I really hope that I don't outlive Vince McMahon, because if I do, I'll do some horrible things to his grave. He's the most evil person I have ever met in my life." Both Hawk and Animal felt that McMahon purposely made their second run with the WWE forgettable, and that the only way to get ahead in the company was to brown nose to McMahon.
Number 2 Randy Savage.
There are various theories floating around as to why Vince McMahon disliked Randy Savage. True, he left for WCW after promising Vince that he would never do the same. But so did Hogan, Hall, Nash and plenty of other superstars. If rumors are to be believed, Savage once slept with the then 17-year-old Stephanie McMahon, which was the reason for Savage being placed in Vince McMahon's crap list. Savage would never be in the WWE ring since his departure from the company in 1994, although he continued to wrestle in various other promotions till 2005. Savage passed away in 2011, and it seems that Vince has finally forgiven Savage, as he was inducted into the Hall of Fame posthumously in 2015.
Number 1 The Ultimate Warrior.
The Ultimate Warrior was groomed by the WWF creative to take over the baton from an aging Hulk Hogan. But prior to SummerSlam 1991, their Warrior sent a letter to Vince McMahon demanding a pay rise in addition to several other perks. Their Warrior wanted $550,000 for performing at WrestleMania 7 alone. Vince McMahon agreed to his demands, and in a return mail wrote, "I would like to express my deepest appreciation and admiration for you as a performer, as a member of the WWF family, as a man, and as my friend." However, Vince soon showed his true colors immediately after SummerSlam and told their Warrior that he had agreed to his demands only because he was afraid their Warrior was not going to perform at SummerSlam, resulting in a great financial loss to the company. Vince declared that none of Warrior's demands would be met and that he was suspended with immediate effect. An irate Warrior refused to accept the suspension and decided to quit the WWF. Warrior would return to the company the next year, but he would be fired again after allegedly failing a drug test. It would take a decade and a half for the two to bury their hatchet. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you like or dislike this video by hitting that like or dislike button. If I missed anything, let me know in comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day.